Hey everybody, Shane and Jocelyn here. Hope you had a great 4th of July yesterday. We were having some technical difficulties, which has been an absolute theme this week. Hope you had a great 4th of July yesterday. Mute that. All right, so it's clearly working. Jocelyn, go ahead and talk. Say something for about 10 seconds so they know that you're here.
Hello, I'm here. Hello.
All right, and we are using the internal microphone today because for some reason, the new computer that I got to replace the computer that I destroyed yesterday, we poured a glass of water on my old MacBook Pro, or I did. It is not working for some reason. Our microphone will not connect to the new MacBook Pro. So we're just going to roll with it. I think you can hear us pretty good. It's going to be awesome. Let me see. How do we get back to the actual thing? Awesome. Okay, there we go. All right, so if you've got a question, go ahead and put the questions in right now. Send an email out. People will be rolling in throughout the lunch break. I know a lot of people are on a vacation this weekend, a lot of 4th of July stuff going on, 4th of July weekend, so we may have a light turnout, which is good for you guys because you get to ask more than one question if you want to. So go ahead and put your questions in right now to make sure that we will get your question. Please keep your questions to online business. Keep them to questions that you need help with in your work-life balance, any customer service issues about any of our products, please put those in the support form and we will answer those there, okay? We will talk about some other things too. All right, guys, so everything's opening up right now. Looks like I've got a couple questions going in. Let me know who's here. Go ahead and put your name and where you're at in the chat so that we can see everybody. I don't think we have many announcements to you right now. Jocelyn, anything going on? Yeah. Live event, Flip Your Life Live. We still got a few tickets left. If you do not have your ticket, go to fliplifestyle.com/live and grab your ticket. I think I checked the other day and there were 18 left. So we want to make sure to get you there. This is the last Flip Your Life Live conference that we're planning on hosting going forward. We are not doing the big event in 2020. So if you want to come to this event, it's going to be amazing. We're going to blow it out. And it's going to be incredible. We're going to talk a lot about traffic, a lot about building your brand, how to get your audience built. We're going to talk a lot about traffic and audience building at the event because without people, you don't have a business, okay? So everybody here, I see a couple people coming into the chat room right now. You've got your question. Well, I think we've already got 2 or 3 in the chat room, and we've got 1 below from Nicola. So we will start the Q&A section very soon. Did you drop a live event link in there? Okay. Go ahead and grab your ticket to Flip Your Life Live.
And I'm waiting on a food delivery for my kids. We are at our office location today.
The kids are here.
That they are here.
Playing Xbox.
And I ordered them some food and it will be here shortly.
Summer vacation with all your kids there. That's what I'm talking about. So Jocelyn's going to have to bail to get a pizza here in just a second. She'll be right back. All right. So I think we have a couple questions already done. Okay.
Okay, we're also taking success stories. If you have a success story, we would love to hear it. I've got a couple already.
All right, I'm also for those of you who like my 5 Fails Friday that I send out about every other week. I send something out I send an email out every week about all the ways I screwed up last week. This one was a doozy. This was my most expensive 5 Fails Friday ever. So if you want to check that out, you should have that in your inbox right now. It's also a blog post over at fliplifestyle.com. But I'm actually going to start 7 Success Sundays because my 5 Fails Friday were depressing me. So I'm going to start writing that on Sundays, about every other Sunday. I don't do it every single week, but I'm going to, whenever I have a really good, I had so much failure last week. I said, I'm going to have to perk myself up and cheer myself up. So, all right, guys. Dan says, I can get nothing done this summer with the kids around. We feel you, brother.
Except for me, it's been since December.
Yeah, because we tried homeschool. That didn't work. So we actually were talking last week. We have a babysitter. She's more like a nanny. And we're thinking about actually taking the kids there Monday through Friday from like 10 to 3 to kind of get back used to school schedule so that we can have that. So, all right, guys, go ahead and put your questions in now. I'll have Jocelyn grab the first question. We will read that and answer it. And light turnout today, so maybe a short call, but let's get all your questions in. Don't wait to ask your question. If we don't have any questions, the call will end. So make sure you put your questions in the last couple calls, we had a lot of people here, but a lot of people have been shy. So stop being shy. What do you need help with today? Where are you stuck right now in your online business? Ask a specific question that you can take action on next week to move your business forward and give yourself a better chance for that better future for your family. Okay? All right. Jocelyn, are we going to start with Nicola, or are we going to go into the chat?
Okay, let's see.
You might want to speak up real big on the question too.
All right. And you guys know I'm a little under the weather still. Kentucky allergy season is getting to me, so I'm getting better though. Okay. Let me see. I lost my window. All right. Gretchen.
Hold on one second. Say like the next question so I can edit them out. Right. All right, go ahead.
This question is from Gretchen. She says, I'm curious about whether any of the local retail businesses you contacted have responded and let you help them prevent business failures. Or are they just too stubborn to realize they need some guidance? Okay, so actually, I did work with someone and they're implementing several of the strategies that we talked about. And right now, we're waiting to see kind of some of the results. So they've had some short-term success, so we're waiting to see kind of how the long-term success works out.
And what we're talking about here, a couple weeks ago on the podcast, Jocelyn kind of talked about how she is expanding out what we do. We're not just helping online businesses anymore. We're experimenting with some of our strategies and some of our tactics. Jocelyn is helping real-world, local businesses to market better because local businesses suck at marketing. They just do.
And where we live, you know, we see a lot of businesses cycle through. You know, they'll open, everything will be real exciting, but then unfortunately, and usually because they don't know how to market, they end up closing. And it makes me sad all the time because, you know, I think to myself, if I had this business, I would do these 10 things, you know, but you know, I just haven't had the opportunity to work with most of these people. So it's just something that's important to me. I feel like we have something to offer small businesses. And so I kind of threw it out there to see if anybody would be interested. And like I said, I did have one taker. I'm waiting to kind of see some further results. This has been about a few months ago. And I don't know. It's something I'm definitely going to continue to pursue in the future. But right now, I just need to get the kids back in school. So once we get them back in school, hopefully I'll have more time to work on that.
And it's interesting because as we started getting questions from real world businesses, like we had a local person the other day send us a Facebook message on our Facebook page. They wanted to start a business. They had been listening to our podcast for a while, and they didn't know what to do online. So they just opened a car detailing business, and they started applying the strategies that we teach, you know, to use Facebook ads, to reach out, the copy, all the stuff that we talk about on our podcast. And they opened this business and had customers pouring in the first week or two. We actually became a customer of them to get our car detailed. So, you know, it's interesting how, you know, there's not a lot of difference in promoting a digital product, a membership, or a restaurant menu.
Marketing is marketing.
Marketing is marketing. So we're kind of expanding out. You know, our goal is to help people flip their life. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you open a pawn shop. I don't care if you have a website about Venus flytraps. I don't care if you teach people how to train their dogs or help people change their lives, or you're a life coach, or you open a driving range, golf course driving range, and you need help marketing it. Like, that's our goal, is to help people create stable, predictable income where they can work for themselves and gain total control of their life. So we're trying to expand out a little bit and say, hey, it's not just online business that matters, even though we think it's the best, easiest, lowest overhead. Other people want to do other things, so we want to help other people do other things.
And it's also just something I enjoy. I mean, I sat down, I talked to this person that I was working with for about an hour one day, just kind of learned about their business. And I sat down and made a sort of like a ideas list, I guess you would say. And I easily filled up like 3 pages of ideas without even stopping. I probably could have come up with about 3 more. But, you know, I didn't want to hit her with the fire hose, so I just sort of stopped there. But anyway, it's just something I enjoy doing, and I definitely want to pursue more of it as we move forward.
So if anybody has a real world business, you might want to drop that in the forums, because Jocelyn's looking for looking for those first few people to help to get those testimonials, to get that street cred for the real world businesses.
All right, I got the questions rolling in. I'm flying solo today. Our assistant worked last night. She's a nurse also, and she's asleep. So I am doing these on my own today.
Let's read the success story from Cynthia.
All right, hold on. I've got a lot. I've got one in front of her, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to do
you got
multiple
the spreadsheet
things
rolling
at once. Yep. Okay. This is a success story from Cynthia. Cynthia says, this will be my first year to be able to work full-time on my online business, which is great. We've been with Cynthia since the beginning, so that's really exciting. I'll also be attending the live event in Lexington, and I have been aggressively making changes based on your guidance. After one of your challenges, I decided to create a 26-week online sign club for after school.
Because Cynthia teaches, she's in the sign language niche, okay?
We made it so simple that even the teacher can be successful without knowing sign language. In your experience, would you recommend that I advertise on Facebook and YouTube and do live events, or do you have any other suggestions?
Yes, I mean, 100%. I love that's almost a headline. Sign language, so simple. You can teach your students even if you don't know sign language. Like, that's an amazing tagline. And yeah, I would promote that, because that's like opening up the market. Like, you're kind of reaching for adjacent people, like in your niche, right? Like, hey, this is not just for these sign language instructors. This could be done anywhere. This could be done in a kindergarten class. This could be done in a preschool class or a middle school class, or whatever. This could be taught as a second language in your school system. And we're going to make it so easy that anyone could teach it, right? Even if they don't have any experience in sign language. You may be able to open up a whole new segment for that. So 100%, I would totally advertise that. I would especially advertise it to your existing list, because you might have people on there that would love, that would respond to that message. But yeah, I would definitely advertise that. That's amazing. But first of all, congratulations being able to go full-time online. That is a huge step. And look at everything you've done part-time. Imagine what's going to happen now that you're full-time, thinking about it all the time, every day. Like, that's the game changer. And that was the conversation that Jocelyn and I had when we were about to quit our jobs. We said, look what we've accomplished in 1 year part-time. What if we did this full-time as our job? And it makes a big difference. So congratulations, Cynthia. Awesome stuff.
Okay. Let me see. All right. This question is from Monty. Monty says, I need to be able to show premium content on my sales page without giving it away. Thought number one, should I show the premium content table with links deactivated, which might be overwhelming? Or should I show a summary of content? Module 1, 5 chapters, 4 videos, module 2, 6 chapters, 5 videos, etc.
So one, I don't understand exactly what you're saying. Like, you teach in modules, so why would you not just give a full thing away? Like, give something premium away. You don't have to give all of it away. Jocelyn and I give away, we have our idea course. It's in our opt-in. It's a part of our opt-in. It's literally a premium masterclass on coming up with your online business idea. But we use that premium 45-minute masterclass as an opt-in. Like, because we know that people, that's one of the steps they have to take, is you need to figure out an idea for your business. So we give it away. Now, we don't give the rest of the Flip Your Life Blueprint away, and we don't give away the workbook that goes with the idea course. There's parts of it we hold back, but you have to let your content be out there, right? Or if nobody can ever see your premium content, they're never going to buy it.
So I think what he's trying to say is Monty sells physics lessons. And I think basically what he's getting at is, should I show people a list of 400 things that are inside the community or inside my program, or should I just summarize it? So this is the way that I dealt with it, because I had about 500 lesson plans on the librarian site. So the way that I handled this is that I would basically, okay, so what I feel like you're trying to do, Monty, is you're trying to sell them nuts and bolts. You're trying to sell them, I have this lesson plan, and I have this module, and I have this course. People don't care about that. They care that you're solving their problem. And generally the problem here is that people don't have time to do these lessons on their own. So I feel like you're kind of selling them the wrong thing. So what I would do is I concentrated on elementary librarian on the time savings. That was my headline. But then down below, I would do a little video. So it was just a few minutes long, and I showed them some of the content inside. I didn't show them all the content inside because that would be super overwhelming. But I did show them some of the content, what a lesson looked like. So I'm talking 5 minutes or less in a video. Show them, okay, this is what is contained inside.
And what we do on the history teacher site is I have a free full unit, 14 days of lesson plans, right? If you want it, we have the first lesson of every unit is free, okay? So I want them to use free content. Is not what sells things, guys. It's this guy named Monty is leading me and he's going to help me do this. That's what's selling the thing. So on the, but to show what's inside the lesson plan or whatever, I opened a little square of everything that's in the lesson pack and took a screenshot. Okay. What are you doing?
She was asking me something.
Okay. I took a screenshot. What do you need, honey? Come on in. What do you need? Are you swimming? Okay, well, ask. Okay, baby.
Don't close it.
Anna, leave that open a little bit. Our microphones aren't working, so stay out there, okay? So we have to talk on one microphone. Love you. Monty, my first module is on YouTube. I'm talking about the rest of the course.
So the part that's for sale.
Yeah, the part that's for sale, you can just like show pictures of the things, but don't only show half of it. Like you could say the top half of a worksheet. Do a video like Jocelyn said, but I don't know why you're trying to show like every single thing in your course. You don't have to do. Go to our sales page. Not one course is listed on our sales page inside the Flip Your Life Blueprint. It just says, this is a step-by-step plan that you can follow A to Z to start your own online business. That's it. We got some random pictures of inside the community. We got some random pictures of inside the Flip Your Life Blueprint, but it's not an exhaustive list of every course exactly what it does. You don't have to do that. Focus on the result. You will never have to plan a lesson. You will not be overwhelmed. Your kid can stay and be homeschooled at physics, right? Like you don't have to know physics. I'll teach them or whatever. Like focus on your results, not on the nuts and bolts. Nobody cares about the nuts and bolts. I'm telling you. They don't care about the content.
They care minimally.
Minimally. They just want to know, well, does he have a plan? Okay, good. I can follow the plan.
Can you solve my problem?
Yeah.
And, briefly, what does it look like? If your video is 17 minutes long, it's too long.
Yeah, you don't need to talk about the rest of the course. What is the actual result that you give them? You help homeschool parents teaching physics to their kids. They don't know about physics. They're confused about physics, but they have to go back to high school to learn it. So you're like, here, take this and go. Now you can stay home. You can keep homeschooling. The kids can learn physics, right? You need to talk about that. You don't need to talk about quantum mechanics of an atom on your sales page. Like you don't have to get that deep into your content. All you need to do is talk about the result.
All right, Monty, was that a thing?
I think it was a thing. That was totally a thing. At least that's what happened in Avengers, I'm pretty sure. So, all right.
Totally real life. Okay. We're going to this success story from Nicola. She says, I've finished 2 new products and created sales pages for each on my website. They are both free gifts for my autoresponder sequence, life story feature article guide, and setting writing goals course. This has been a big tech learning curve for me, but I'm nearly there. Bring on the first sale.
There you go. Awesome. So she can now take leads. That's amazing. Gotta have leads. No leads, no sales. Hope you're focusing as much on your lead magnets as you are your blog posts, because if you don't have leads, you can't sell. So.
All right. If you're just joining us, our sound is a little not quite to the quality that we're used to.
Our microphones will not work. We can't figure out why.
So if you're wondering why we sound weird, that's fine. All right. I'm also going to have to leave in a second to pick my kids' food up at the door. All right. This question is from Cynthia. Cynthia says, I've had several homeschool groups approach me needing curriculum. Now that I'm working from home, I can teach a class live and turn it into a course. My question is, what do I need to know before I start this venture? For example, how many weeks? Should it be a 2-year study? Is a certificate of completion enough, or should I do another type of proof of completion? What should I be doing before I begin, and who in our community should I talk to for guidance?
Interesting.
Cynthia, that was like 20 questions.
I know, right? Yeah.
But that's okay. All right, so I just wonder if, first of all, you're asking the right questions to the right people. So really, you need to talk to the people who need this curriculum and ask them what they want, because we can throw something out here, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what your audience wants.
Yeah, like if you've got people reaching out, like you says, my second question, I have had several homeschool groups approach me needing curriculum. Now that I'm working on a teacher, why would you not just give them your existing curriculum and see if that will work, instead of trying to create
Let's not reinvent
something brand new? Like if it would work in a classroom, why would it not work in a homeschool co-op? Or why would it not work something else? I mean, slap another cover on it and call it the homeschool sign, baby sign, and try that. I'm not exactly sure like what you're asking here. For example, how many weeks should it be a 2-year study as a certificate of completion? Maybe you're asking the difference between like school curriculum and homeschool curriculum. The homeschool curriculum is no different. It's the same. Like I have got plans right now to I am going to turn my U.S. history teacher curriculum into a homeschool website. But I promise you, I'm just going to hit copy and I'm going to change the branding. Like I know that my stuff, I would have to do one extra step to change my U.S. history teacher lesson plan site into a homeschool history lesson plan site. And that is, I would probably have to go through and read the PowerPoints, just because a person who does not know a lot about history would not feel comfortable maybe teaching it, and they'll need a video for their kid to watch, okay? So what I'm hoping for is to just hit duplicate and do one extra step. So how can you turn this into homeschool curriculum as a minimum viable product, okay? Can you shut that door too when the dogs, put the dogs back outside. Anna. Our kids are here, their dogs running around. This is awesome. But like, I don't want you to have to think you have to create something totally different, or it's probably not a 2-year study. Most homeschool curriculums can be done in 6 months. Like if you're taking Algebra 1, you can do it in 6 months, like really pretty easily. We took the kids through 4th grade math in probably about 3 months. I mean, it was really, really short. So don't reinvent the wheel with your product. Don't try to do something completely brand new. Like, just how can you give what you already have to them and say, try this, tell me how it works, and then follow back up with them and go talk to them so that you can say, hey, this is what it looks like, this is what I needed, I wish it had that, but like just give them what you kind of already have so that it'll do it. Okay, there's a follow-up question here. My homeschool online level 1 and 2 is designed for 5 weeks only. I plan to use that course and use it for the high school curriculum and expand it. Well, I mean, high school curriculum is probably a semester maybe. So, I mean, you could probably do a semester of sign language. If you wanted to treat it like a foreign language, there could be Spanish 1, Spanish 2, Spanish 3, Spanish 4. That would be 4 semesters in a normal high school. So like maybe you have like a semester plan where you can have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think you have to really focus on making it this big, comprehensive, insane thing. You could just add a little to it. Like, what's the next step? And like, how long would it take you to learn that step? Now, just string those steps together, okay? So maybe you could add a conversational element to it, but I would just keep adding on to what you're doing and not try to overthink this. Like, and I love what Jocelyn said too. Like ask them. You have people reaching out to you.
And sometimes people are going to say different things, but
Right.
take the things that are most common and put something together.
Yeah, just ask them and say, what do you want me to make for you? And if they say, I don't know, then give them 3 ideas and go make that. And then if they need more, add it on. But I wouldn't have this big, like I get scared when people say I have 2-year plans. I'm going to create 2 years of plans that are, this epic thing that would take 2 years to finish.
But maybe
You know.
give them some options. I like the idea of doing that. Just say, hey, I'm planning on creating a product. Here are the ideas that I have. Which one is the most appealing to you? And you can also give me other ideas if you'd like.
Yeah. So she says she has a meeting with the president of the Kentucky Homeschool Association. So
Okay.
yeah, that's great. Like ask them what they want And also, I never make anything that's going to take you like that long to create. Like, create the first part of it, but you know, if you've got sign language 1, and that's for K through 5, and sign language,
just start there.
Yeah, start there and build on to it. That's all you gotta do.
All right, we have a lot of success stories today, which is awesome. This success story is from Brooke. She says, I was at a 4th of July party where I usually don't know anyone past my family. A stranger approached me and said, "You're Brooke. You helped me pass nursing school and graduate in May."
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
She recognized me from my Facebook Lives, and I got to meet her and her family and hear about how my online program helped her. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's big time when something like that happens. Because, like, and you know, you need those little, what do you call it, injections of feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like, we thrive on that stuff, but like, it makes it real. I mean, because that's the deal, is you're not just selling stuff to make money. I mean, we're all going to try to make money, right? But like, you're actually helping people. Like, that person has a career because of you, Brooke. Think about that. Like, that person passed nursing school is going to go get a job and be able to provide for their family forever, the rest of their life. Like, that is incredible. Like, if you helped 100 nurses, right? And what does a nurse make? $60,000, $70,000?
I mean, here in Kentucky,
yeah, let's say $60,000. You helped 100 nurses pass their test. That's $600,000 a year. That's $6 million every 10 years. Like, you created tens of millions of dollars of economic impact just because you helped these people pass these tests. And like, that's huge. Like, Monty's here. He teaches. He helps people learn physics, right? Like, he helps high school students to learn physics. He may be creating the person that invents some amazing thing in the future that changes all of our lives just because he got them through the physics class. So like put a mission on your stuff, guys. This is a big deal. When someone recognizes you in person, that's awesome. So thrive on that. That's good stuff.
All right. All right, this question is from Monty. Monty says, I want to start a podcast, but my subject is very visual. Do you have some tips on podcasting for a visual subject?
Well, I mean, I would say there's parts of it that are not visual. I was actually listening to Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan podcast yesterday. We were driving down to Tennessee, and there was a physicist was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and they were talking about deep mathematical principles and trying to, they were talking about like base 8 math and all this stuff, but I had no idea what they were talking about. But
Why were you listening to this?
Because we were talking, it ended up talking about aliens. I wanted to talk about aliens, okay? But anyway, they were talking about physics and stuff, and like they were explaining it in a way where I could follow along. So it's more like, it's not like, do you have any, there's no magic tips. It's like, you're the expert. It is your job to take a complicated topic that is visual and break it down in a way that your audience can understand it. Online business is very visual. These marketing principles, you know, whenever I have a mastermind, we're drawn on a board. We can't just sit and talk about all this stuff. But it's our job to explain to our guests what they need to do next with our words. Like, and when we do our podcast, Jocelyn and I are not on video, right? It's all audio. You know, so that's part of your job, is to figure out how to explain that. Also, too, maybe podcasting might not be right. Okay, maybe you go to YouTube and you do YouTube videos, so you get that visual aspect of it. But if you are doing I know there's a guy that actually talks about painting. There's a podcast. It's a very famous podcast. I can't remember the name of it, but this guy talks about painting pictures. Like, you can't get any more visual than that. And he has like one of the top like 1,000 podcasts on iTunes or something. And all he talks about is strokes and technique and like art and, you know, all this other stuff. And that's completely visual. So maybe you could find like 3 podcasts that talk about physics, that talk about math, that talk about something else, and listen and see how they talk about it. Or maybe you can find an adjacent topic to talk about that's kind of related, that can point back to the visual stuff. Also, too, it's a great sales funnel to say, I'm going to explain this with audio, but if you go watch the video, you're going to learn this a lot better, right? So maybe you do just go and do it on a board and listen, and people can listen in. If they understand, they understand. Or maybe you don't. Or maybe you talk about homeschool, right? Maybe you talk about that instead, and how the challenges of teaching math and science at home, right? And you don't even talk about the math and the physics, you just say it at the end that you have it. But you need to be creative and find a way to do that if you want to start a podcast. Okay.
All right. This question is from Dan. Dan says, I'm creating my lead magnet and I need a graphic of a sales funnel with my custom wording. What is a good program to create that graphic? Canva? Should I just use the pyramid in Word, hire it out? Yeah, okay. Use some word art.
Yeah, use word art. Go back, go old school. Get Microsoft Paint. Break out that Windows 98 computer.
Make sure it's super pixelated.
Super pixelated. Like go 8-bit. This could be a branding opportunity for you, Dan. In all seriousness, draw the funnel on a sheet of paper. Take a picture of it. Go to Fiverr.com or Upwork.com and hire someone to do it. You are not a graphic artist. Sorry. Go find someone else that does this for a living.
Could you do it?
Yes,
it'll
probably.
take forever.
Yeah.
Like
pay $25. You know, draw it on it. Literally, I do this all the time. I draw stuff on paper and I go hire someone to make the infographic. We've got a thing. We have a sales funnel infographic. I don't know where it is, or I'd share it right now. But I literally drew it on notebook paper and took a picture, sent it to this guy. 24 hours later, I had an amazing amazing lead magnet on sales funnels. And it looked beautiful, and I never could have created it, or it would have took me forever to create it. So that's something so minor I wouldn't even try to set it up. I would just draw out what you want, maybe make the rough word sketch in some program, and then say, here, make this pretty.
Oh, I just found it actually.
Just find it. Drop that. Yeah, drop that link there. Is that the whole thing? There's a link to it. We'll just opt in for it. Opt in will take you right there. It'll go directly to it. It's a direct download. I know it is. Like if you actually opt in.
Yeah, I'm not opting in.
Why? Put my name in. You get the link for it. Or just drop it there and then they can opt in for it. Drop the link to that page for it. So drop it in the chat. You can see what it is. But yeah, just hire that out. That's all you got to do. Okay.
Okay, I'll do it for you. Hold on one second.
I'm pretty sure it'll take you right to the PDF. Oh, it emailed you. Never mind. I just sent them.
Well, this is from a long time ago. It's
yeah,
from like 2015.
This may not even work. Maybe this doesn't even work.
Hopefully, I get an email. Let's see.
Let's see if you actually got the email. Does our stuff even work?
Do our systems work? Actually, that was probably just something old, so I bet it doesn't.
I bet it doesn't. All right, whatever.
Great.
We'll find it for you later. Thanks for helping us find it.
We do have one, so yeah.
I'll send it to you in a minute. Yeah. All right, so hire it out, dude. Just hire it out. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. And the moral of our story is if we would just fix these links, we
maybe we get more
options. Online business experts.
That's right. There we go.
All right. Let me see. Kevin. This question is from Kevin. Kevin says, what's the best way to re-engage an email list? I have about 550 people on there starting last year, but I haven't done a great job of keeping in touch with them. I'm finishing up my online course, but I don't want to hit them with any kind of sales pitch after them hearing nothing from me for a month. I'm guessing I should just provide them with some value, right? And warm them back up? Thanks.
Yes.
Yes and yes.
Yeah, and also too, like, did you say it's been a month since you wrote him a letter?
Let's see. Yeah, nothing for a month.
Yeah, a month is not long.
All right, Kevin.
Some people only email once a month, right?
Most of these people probably don't even realize you haven't contacted them.
Right. They have not even noticed, So like you could probably send them one email to warm them back up, or send them like do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday campaign. On Monday and Wednesday, send them on Monday, send them to one of your Facebook Lives. On Tuesday, send them to your best piece of content that you have. Or on Wednesday, send them your best piece of content on your site. And then Friday, tell them you got a great announcement for them on Monday. The next Monday, open your sales pitch. Like that's it. Like, don't overcomplicate it, right? And I've been teaching a lot lately in our Flip Your Life Live group this concept we call CPR. So consistent, prolific, and relentless. Like the relentless part is about selling. Relentlessly sell to your list, right? Like get out there and just sell it. Like you could literally probably send a sales pitch and it really wouldn't matter. Warming them up is better. It's great. It's fine. You could do it in one email. You could send them a free thing and then put P.S. I'm opening the cart for something next week, and it would work. So don't get too overwhelmed by that. And also too, a month is not like a long time. A year, we would be like doing major re-engagement with ads and everything else. But like, it's just a month. Like some people only email once a month. So, do that little, simple little sequence, warm them up for a couple days. Next week, hit them with the sales pitch. You'll be fine.
All right. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. All right. This is a success story from Paul. Paul says, I have most of my videos shot for July. I had gotten into a place where I kept saying I was going to make content, but then the week would get away from me.
Yes. And that happens to all of us. It happened to me this week. I'll tell you right now, my week, I had so many little distractions. It was like death by 1,000 cuts. And it totally put me behind the 8 ball on all my copywriting. So, hey, that happens to everybody. But the good thing is, Paul, you circled the wagons. You came back around and you got it done, man. You got most of your video finished. You're going to get the rest of it finished. So just like knock it out. And like the hard part, the real struggle that I have is the guilt when I don't do something I wrote down on my calendar I was going to do. And then I feel bad about myself. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't get that done. Like, I'm terrible. I need to do this again. Like, whatever. Like, right. But like, that's what you have to do is just restart again. Just do it again. Like, get it going, get it done. And you got it done, man. So get that stuff done for July and finish it. Maybe even get ahead while you got a little momentum. And that's an awesome success story. Finishing content is a great success story, guys. Like every word you type, every word you say, every video that you record is one step closer to something good happening in your business, right? So awesome job, Paul. Way to get it done, man.
All right. This question is from Grant. Grant says, I'm still failing tremendously on being consistent and working on my business. I put out a request for an accountability partner in the forums last week, although it was a little specific and crickets. I was hoping that the live event would push me more than it has, but it's turned into procrastination more than anything else as I'm way behind in the training. So should I just lower my standards for a potential accountability partner, or do I just need to step up and be more committed to getting work done?
Both. Like our business, our mastermind partners, guys, the people that Jocelyn and I mastermind have almost nothing to do with our business. Like my mastermind, I got a musician, I got a speaker, I got a guy he teaches people how to use software. Jocelyn has someone that does meal plans and dinners and what else?
Pinterest.
Fashion blogs or something. Like they have nothing to do. That's not the point of a mastermind, right? We are not specific. Here's what you want out of a mastermind partner. Someone who works really hard and inspires you to work hard. Somebody who will look at you when you're not working hard and threaten to kick you out of their group. Like that's it. That's what you want out of your mastermind. It doesn't have to be in the same space. Doesn't have to be in the same whatever. Like, it's just like, yo, I need some people that are like hanging out. Like the forums itself is a mastermind. Show up, post every day. But part of this too, dude, is just sucking it up. Like this question really gets on my nerves sometimes because people are like, well, I'm having trouble being consistent. I'm doing this and doing that. Like, guys, it's really just doing it. And this is us talking to ourselves sometimes. Like, look in the mirror. Oh my God, if you don't do it, no one will. So like, you just have to do it. Like, stop making excuses. Stop feeling bad about, okay, fine, you didn't do anything. You're procrastinating. You're behind. Okay, let's say we're on training 12 and you're on training 3. Who cares if you're behind? Do training 3. Like, why does that stop you from doing the training that you're on? It doesn't matter. There's no behind. Y'all get that, right? Like, there's no ahead, there's no behind. There's where you are and where you want to go and what do you want to do to get there. So, like, what are you doing?
I think of it sort of as a commissioned salesperson, okay? So, Grant, you're telling me that you posted something in the community, which is good. I remember that you were on the podcast. We told you to do that. You did what we said, which is great.
Maybe a little too specific.
Well, but even so, like, here's what people do, just people in general. They'll be like, okay, well, I did that and nothing happened. Okay, well, how many times did you do it? You did it one time.
Right.
Maybe it was a bad week. So what I'm saying about commission sales is if I'm a salesperson and I say, oh, I tried to call Shane and sell him something, he didn't answer, so guess he's not interested.
Yeah.
No, like a good salesperson is going to call him back 78 times until he answers. Okay, they're going to hunt him down on email. They're going to hunt him down on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. you're going to do all the things.
We're going to study the entire forum and find the 5 people that would be great masterminds and reach out and contact them individually.
Okay, we have a specific group for the live event, people who are coming to the event. Go and post in there.
Have you posted there? Have you been in there? Are you on the live training saying, hey, I want a mastermind? While everybody's here, Shane's teaching.
Who else is behind?
Who else is behind? Let's form a group. Let's do this. I don't care what you sell. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you teach. Let's do it. Yeah. My buddy is a high profile investment broker in Washington or in New York, like on Wall Street, richest zip code in America. And he told me I was in his office a couple months ago, and we were talking. I was like, tell me about your process. Like, how do you do this to get money? And he said, I have to put 21 butts in that chair every day to justify me being here and make a living. Right. And he's like, and to do that, I got to call 100 people just to get one of them. He's like, I'm just killing it, man. I've got to get I need 21 butts a day in that chair, which means I'm going to have to call, 1,000 people to get those 21 butts. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. So like, he didn't just call one person. He didn't call 21 people and nobody showed, right? He just went and went and went and went and went and kept going. And like most people interact in the forums, Grant, too, in an activity feed like Facebook. You posted once and it just went down to the bottom of the wall. Like post every day for a month. Post in every live training for Flip Your Life Live from now until September. Go into Flip Your Life Live. Go click on every name of every Flip Your Life Live member until you find people that look like you and relate to you and you think you might want to connect with. And you have your, hit list. When you're walking into Flip Your Life Live, you go sit by, hey, where's Jim? Where's Bob? Where's Dan? I'm going to go sit by them. And I'm going to make sure I'm at their table. I'm going to build a relationship with them so I'll have a mastermind walking out of that. And that sounds hilarious, but that's what I do. We went to an event one time and we were going to Asia. And we put a lot of money into this trip. And we were like, we're going to make the most out of this. I literally went through the Facebook group and stalked every single person in that group. I identified the 7 or 8 people that we really needed to talk to at that event. How many people were there? 800? 75? TTT.
Oh, yeah, like 75, 80?
Yeah, 75 or 80. And I literally I kept reaching out over and over every day. And I got all of them on Skype before the event. And when we left, and we still talk to those people today, 4 years later. So like, you got to do it. Just do it. Like there's no magic to it. It's just like, do it, man. Like if you're on video 3, do video 4 and go. There. It doesn't matter if you're behind. You're not behind anybody but yourself. You're running your own race. It's golf. We're all out on the course just trying to hit the ball. Okay? So like hit the ball. Just hit the ball. I can't give you any magic trick unless I come to your house, Grant, and shake you down. I can't make you do it. You got to do it. Everybody else got to do it too. Okay. I'm off my soapbox. In the rain.
Got us a nice troll here on YouTube.
We got a troll on YouTube? Sweet.
Oh, yeah. Jesse.
Hi, Jesse. Hey, Jesse the troll.
But Jesse's not a mean troll, though.
Is he a nice troll?
So, yeah, I give him that. Like, he says we need to get a better mic, which I agree.
Jesse, look, listen, punk. You're talking to pros here. But this pro dropped a glass of water on his keyboard last week, and the new MacBook Pro that we bought to replace it won't work with my microphone. Last second thing. See what I'm saying?
Not a great pro move.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. I'm waving. Okay. But I don't care if you stop, Jesse. I don't care if you stop. Okay.
Hey, we're glad you're here.
We're glad you're here. Jesse says I'm a pro.
Jesse's a pro.
Look, Jesse, you may be a pro, but we're more pro. We're double the pro. 2 for 1. Okay. So if you would like to learn more about online business, Jesse, I would like for you to go to fliplifestyle.com/flipyourlife. We would love to have you in our community, and we'll show you how you can expand and grow your business.
We've actually converted
lots of trolls come in. We've made a lot of trolls money. Okay, so Jesse, we will see you there. You're a brave. You are not a brave troll though, because you do not have a picture in your profile. All right, so. But hey, listen, man. Flip Lifestyle Podcast. So you grab your phone, go listen to the Flip Lifestyle Podcast. Tell your friends, and
maybe we'll have you on our podcast.
Maybe we'll have you on the show. Maybe we'll have you on the show someday.
We've had a troll on our podcast before. All right.
We're done with Jesse. All right. Later. Next.
This is a success story from Jennifer. Jennifer says, a company found me on YouTube doing a review of some products my studio carries. And now I'm getting paid to do reviews for them. This is an awesome margin builder while I build the studio online and my brick and mortar.
Also, too, Jennifer, you could springboard off that with the reviews. Like with all your content that you're doing on like YouTube and your blog or anywhere else, like why don't you get an affiliate relationship with them, or they may be selling their stuff on Amazon. You can do that too. But I would go directly to the company because you can get a better percentage probably, and like put those affiliates in there so that all you're leaving these breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel back to kind of like, you know, make more money off of those down the road. So and like ask them to sponsor something. Maybe they could sponsor every video you do on YouTube or something like that. I got a buddy, he has an amazing YouTube channel, and he gets like $10,000 to do a 5-minute video or mention people. It's ridiculous. So maybe you could build out that as a monetization strategy for all these yoga videos and stuff, and that'll work. Good stuff. Great success story.
All right. This is the last question that I have. So if you have, oh no, I'm just kidding. I see a couple more. But if you have posted before this and you didn't get your question answered, just go ahead and post it back again. Let's see. All right, this question is from Amy. Amy says, can you talk about Facebook ads? What gets people to click on them, and how much should I spend? The last time I did this, I got nothing. Okay, well, that's like a very vague question.
Yeah, it's a very deep question. It's like it's simple but not easy, basically, is the moral of that story. Well, the one thing is words sell, period. So, I mean, words and the image is what's going to capture people. I'm not convinced in what we've done. I'm not convinced video is any better than images and text, to be honest with you. There's no magic wand for that. How much should you spend? Well, in general, it's spend until you get a lead, figure out how much that lead costs, then sell them something and see if you can make more than you spent on the ad. Once you know that number, you know, that's cost of acquisition. Once you know that, then you spend as much as you can as long as you can make money. My guess is usually the best two places to start if your ads are not working is your targeting. Who are you targeting? Are they actually interested in you? Are they warm? Are they cold? What are they? And then the next thing is your copy and your imagery, because that's what's going to stop people in the newsfeed. Okay. I would ask too, like, so basically, like, how are you catching people's attention? Are you doing something funny? This is Amy L. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like, are you doing something to make them stop the scroll, Amy? Are you doing something with is your copy too long? Are you being quick? Are you getting them to take the next step? Have you tried search ads? Your specific niche, which is a parenting advice niche, right, has a lot of search traffic. Like I know that when we have questions about, you know, like things about parenting or anything like that, we go straight to Google. We type it in. Like, my kid, how do I have the talk with my kid? My kid has anxiety. How do I deal with that? We have XYZ problems. So maybe search ads will work a little better for cold traffic for you. But 9 times out of 10, it's copy. Words sell, man. If your words are good and they catch people's attention and they make them want what's next, they will probably click the link.
Yeah, I just wonder if search ads might be better for you, only because, like, if I'm scrolling on Facebook, like, you know, I'm probably just hanging out, not really doing anything, not really thinking about anything.
I might read a blog post. Like, Amy teaches about having the birds and the bees with your kids. Like, I would read an article in Facebook, but I don't know if I would click an ad about that topic or buy a book, you know?
I might read something, I don't know. But usually the things that I buy or the things that I click on when I'm scrolling around on Facebook are usually things that are very, I don't know what you'd say, like, not very mentally stimulating, I guess you would say.
Like clothes or... Yeah,
I'll buy like an outfit if I see something cute or, you know, something like that.
Because you're checked out on Facebook.
But usually, you know, if I'm wanting to know something specific, I'm going to go search for it. So I just wonder if that might work better for you.
Might be more bang for your buck, especially getting people to webinars or getting, like, you could put free training on how to have the talk with your kids. And then, boom, they go to your, you know, free training about that, or your book. Like, you know, when I'm looking for a topic and I see a book about it, like, I'm very likely to click on that because I'm trying to go deeper down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and you have a book.
And you have a book.
You might be able to advertise some on Amazon or something.
Yeah, so that might be a lead, something like that.
But we're not saying that Facebook is not the right choice for you. We're just saying try different things.
The best success we've had with Facebook is to warm traffic. Like when we can usually get people to take action when it's people who already follow us on Facebook, people who, when we upload our email list into Facebook, or it's our traffic to our website. That's the best social success we've had. And then only getting those people to a free thing, right? Like we don't even really sell on there. Like we've not had a lot of success doing that. It's more like get them to the free thing and then sell them with the free thing, whether that's your email list, a webinar, or something like that. In my mind, it always, to find people is always cold traffic on Google. People search for stuff, give them the answer, and then follow up with them on the social media networks, and it seems to work a little bit better that way.
Amy wants to know, do we recommend any resources? Well, we don't really have like nuts and bolts of running Google ads, running Facebook ads, stuff like that, because that stuff changes so frequently. Like we just don't want to be updating content every single day. But what I did recently is I got on Udemy. It's like Udemy. And I just found some courses about Google ads, about SEO.
Super cheap.
I bought like
$10.
6 or 7 courses, I think, for like $60-something.
Yeah.
So, if there's something that you're wanting to learn, these people do a really nice job. You can look for ones that have been updated in this year, and you can learn pretty much anything you want to know. This one that I bought for like $10, it had like 100 and something modules.
It was really good too. Was that on Google or YouTube? That was on YouTube, wasn't it?
No, it was on Udemy.
Yeah. No. Was it about YouTube
Oh,
ads?
yeah. So I had got one about YouTube ads. I mean, you can learn anything that you want to learn for very inexpensive prices.
And it's not as steep of a learning curve as you think. It just takes time. It just takes time to go in there and like do it and learn it. And like it gives you a deeper understanding of your niche to see what they're searching for, how to communicate with them, and like how to get these ads like created to show up where they're looking for the answer. Like if someone, if a kid asks, "Mom, where do babies come from?" Like someone's gonna type in, "How do I tell my kid where babies come from?" Right? You target that keyword or that phrase with an ad, and it says how to tell your kids where babies came from. Click here. They click there. Free training. And they click there and go to your webinar, and then they buy your product. Okay, so that's basically what's going on there.
Yeah, I think this is a classic how-to without. We talk about that all the time. How to talk to your kids about reproduction without feeling like you're going to die in 5 minutes.
Which is what Jocelyn feels like every time we have to have this talk with our kids. So.
Pretty much. Okay, let me see. This question is from Lene. She says, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm hoping to launch my membership this week, but I'm now having a major website problem. But when I do launch, I don't have an email list, so I'll need to focus on content creation and promoting it. How can I market 1 month of 4 to 6 weeks of piano lessons in a membership without the customer expecting me to create more product, as I won't have time because I'll be working on creating promotional content?
Well, you need a cycle of both. Like maybe what you need to do is like 1 week a month is free content, 1 week a month is creating things for your membership, and then 2 weeks a month is promoting everything that you created. Like you can't just say, I'm not going to do that anymore, right? So maybe you could think of it that way. Also too, you need to think of a lead strategy. I know everybody wants to launch. Get me to launch. Find your things for sale. We can make it for sale. But like you need a launch strategy. You need an organic content strategy that gets you leads. You need a paid strategy that gets you leads. You need to know where those leads are going to go next so that you can sell them your piano content. So, I think that you're not thinking of this like, it doesn't look like you're thinking of this at a high level. Like what is your strategy to get leads? Like Jocelyn and I actually just redid our strategy. So starting in August, like we're turning our podcast into a lead generator, right? We're going to basically every episode, we're going to have a follow-up episode, hopefully, where we can say this is about a topic and go here to get a free whatever, right? Because that's our biggest traffic source is our podcast. So we need to do a better job of turning that into leads. And then we take those leads and we email market them. That's how we make our money. So like, what is your top level strategy for getting content, creating content, building audience, getting leads, and then selling them the thing, right? And then also, what is your content calendar? Like, you've got to have a content calendar. You've got to be able to create free stuff, right? Blog posts, podcasts, YouTube channel. You've got to be able to still go in and update things and interact with your membership. Jocelyn's in the forums a lot, almost every day. I'm always looking at adding new little courses and tweaks inside of our membership, right? And then three, then you promote. Then you promote all that stuff that you created. So I think you're just not thinking of this as a top-down strategy enough. And like, figure out how are you going to get, you said, I don't have an email list. That's your number one concern. Like, what are you going to do to create an email list? What are you going to give away for free? What are you going to create consistently? What are you going to promote prolifically? What are you going to relentlessly sell them as a lead magnet and a product? Get those steps in order, and then you'll be able to actually do this. Launching, guys, is a total myth. Like these big launches and launches. All launch means is I turn on the page where my first buy button is. That's launching. You're now launched. But you're not going to be able to launch that without a network to promote it to, a list to promote it to, a content strategy that drives leads to your website. You've got to have all those things in place to do that, okay? So just zoom back a little bit. I want you to regroup how you're thinking about this. All your promotions can be scheduled. Like you can take 2 weeks, a month, and promote the whole next month by scheduling Facebook posts, scheduling emails, scheduling blog posts, scheduling podcasts. What are we got? 4 or 5 weeks ahead right now, something like that. We're scheduled way ahead. So like, think of it more like a calendar and think of it more strategically, and you'll have a better chance to like actually grow the membership, right?
All right. And it looks like the last question that I have, if you guys have asked a question and we did not say it, please paste it back in. I might have missed a couple. This question is from Jennifer. Jennifer says, have you guys ventured into LinkedIn? I updated my LinkedIn last week, and I've been trying to post almost daily just to see, and it has been bringing at least one new person to my website every day, but no conversions to my membership yet. I was thinking that since people on LinkedIn are businessy, that I could focus on busy professionals.
I actually was just on LinkedIn this morning.
I don't think I've been on LinkedIn in years.
Oh, I hadn't been on it forever. We don't really use LinkedIn. We probably could use it more, but we kind of, you know, it's more like it doesn't, you'll find millionaires that use LinkedIn to promote their product. You'll also find millionaires that use Facebook to promote their product. You'll find millionaires that use only Google search ads to promote their product, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever you can think of to connect with humans and sell them stuff. You will find someone who's made $1 million doing it. So LinkedIn's awesome. I mean, if it fits your niche, right? You know, you could do that. I think it's fine if you got people do it. And there's a lot of hashtagging on there, and you can make a lot of articles on LinkedIn. So it's a neat platform. A lot of people are having
success with it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, try it. Like, try it and see if it works for you. I'm wondering how your niche. I mean, I guess if you put, you know, yoga for busy professionals in your articles, like you can do lots of posts on there, and you can like put headlines on them and titles and hashtags. You probably could find some people that were very interested. It might be a way to do it. I know a lot of yoga people are successful on Instagram, right? So maybe that's a part of your strategy. I don't know. We have not used a lot of LinkedIn. I like LinkedIn. I wish I could use it more, but it's like you only have so much time and, you know, mental bandwidth. So I have not personally used it a lot, but I know people that have massive success stories, and all they do is connect with people on LinkedIn. Especially professionals, like medical professionals and stuff, or educators and people like that. That would work too. So go for it, try it. Don't let it be a distraction though. And it's really simple. Like whatever you post on whatever you're already sharing on Facebook, just share it on LinkedIn and see which one gets the most traffic. See which one gets the most traction. You know, how are you going to connect with people? You could go search for yoga and find people who have hashtagged something for yoga and connect to all of them. Maybe you'll find an affiliate partnership or something like that on LinkedIn. So yeah, go for it. Never turn away traffic, no matter where it's coming from. Okay. All right, guys, that is all the time we have for our member call today. Thank you guys for so many great questions. If you are not coming to Flip Your Life Live, we're going to put a link into the chat box. There are only a few tickets left. We are not having an event in 2020. So this will be your last chance to attend Flip Your Life Live in the big conference format that we're hosting it in right now. So make sure that you head over there to fliplifestyle.com/live, grab a ticket, if you would like that. Also, if anyone is still interested in my private all access mastermind, if you'd like to get a 60-minute strategy session with me to set up a 12-week plan and be able to talk to me every single day on my phone, you'll actually have access directly to me on this phone. Go to flippedlifestyle.com/private. That's flippedlifestyle.com/private. I'll drop that link in real quick. Let's see. Yes. flippedlifestyle.com/private. This is only available for Flip Your Life community members. I have like 2 spots right now that I can fill, and that's kind of pushing it. But I do have 2 spots, and that price for this coaching for the next 12 weeks does include a ticket to Flip Your Life Live. So if you do not have a ticket to Flip Your Life Live yet, you can check out our private mastermind, flippedlifestyle.com/private. Go in there and check that out. Grab it. You'll be able to work with me for the next 12 weeks. Make massive progress, massive accountability. Grant, you want a mastermind? There you go. Come mastermind with me. We'll see you get some stuff done. But that does include a ticket to Flip Your Life Live general admission ticket. So check that out. A lot of bonuses involved in that as well. But I have 2 spots open right now. And I would love to help you guys for the next 12 weeks. So we are heading out. We are going to take the kids to a swim pool and go. And it is about 1,000 degrees in Kentucky right now. So we're going to go cool off a little bit, have some fun, and have a little summer fun. Hope you guys are having a great summer. We will see you on the next member call and in the forums. Bye.